Hi, so welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to discuss about so many questions I've had over the last few months about my small business. So I am a small business owner. I have a business which deals with upcycled products. It's called the Green Circle. I have a video about it which I will link below. Since the start, which was 3 months ago, I've had people ask me several questions, but of course, at that point, I could not answer them because I had no experience. I was just starting out. But now it's been over 3 months, and I think I've gained enough knowledge and experience about how to go about a lot of things in this business. So I thought it's time to finally answer all your questions. So here goes.
What made you start Green Circle? Inspiration behind that.
So, to be very, very honest, I cannot say there is a particular inspiration or any reason that I started the Green Circle. I knew I wanted to start a small business. And of course, if I was starting a small business, I knew it had to be sustainable. I wanted to make products with my own hands and sell it. But I didn't know what. And randomly, around 2 years ago, I thought, why not scrunchies? I have basic sewing skills which I learnt in my school days. I was home, my mom had a sewing machine. I thought I'll just try it out. Basically learned from YouTube itself. My initial scrunchies were very, 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 very bad. Very bad. In time I learned and I improved my skill. To answer the question, I honestly don't have an inspiration behind it, but I knew I wanted to make something with my hand. If not scrunchies, if you ask me, I don't know what else.
Where do you get your eco-friendly tapes from?
So I get my tapes from zero waste marketplace called as brownliving.in. I found this one had paper tapes which already had adhesives on it. And since it was coming from a zero waste marketplace, I knew it had to be a sustainable product. Again, it's not as cheap as sellotapes are. So know that to have a sustainable business, I do have to spend a lot of money, and that's why I cannot make my products dirt cheap because there are bills I need to pay as well.
What do you do with the waste after the products are made? If any waste is left.
I don't have a lot of waste that's formed because I try to use the entire fabric, and if there are small bits and pieces of fabric left, I keep it all in like a container, a cardboard container, so that if I need other things in the future, if I can plan something to make out of the waste, I could have all the waste collected at one place. And the other waste I usually have is of the thread. The thread, unfortunately, most of mine is made of polyester because 100% cotton is unavailable in most colors. I think my black and white I have in cotton, but not the other colors. What I do is I put it into my eco bricks so that I don't throw it out because it can easily get lost. So eco brick is my answer.
Do you accept clothes from people for making scrunchies, or do you use your own older clothes?
So I don't accept good quality clothes to make my scrunchies, because if it's a good quality cloth that somebody else could be wearing, it's pointless if I'm trying to cut across and make pieces of it and make scrunchies out of it. I only take clothes from people that are not usable, and I don't mean stained and stuff, no. I mean clothes that may have a lot of tear in it or so, which cannot be given to somebody else to wear. I can just avoid the tear and I can use the rest of the good quality cloth. Otherwise, I take things like, dupattas, bed sheets, again with stains or so, because the stains may be in a small part of it, but the rest may be good quality cloth. I always wash it before I use it, and I also get textile scrap fabric from a few boutiques and people also.
I always wanted to start a thrift store, but I am scared to do it. What if I go into loss completely one day?
When it comes to any business, you will always have to be worried about losing out on that business and having a loss. Most businesses only come to profit 2 or 3 years into the business, not immediately. Do not go into business thinking that you're gonna make a lot of profit. So what I will say is keep a set budget of money away that you are sure even if you lose it, it's okay. So spend only that much money on your business when you're starting, and see where it takes you, and in case it does bring you loss and you can't work outside of that budget, at least you know you tried, it didn't work, and that's okay. No matter how much amount that is, it could be 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, anything, it could be any amount, but be sure that you're okay to lose it if nothing.
How to market when you don't have the advantage of a huge following on Insta, etc.
I would say I am very, very thankful for the following I have been able to create on Insta. That definitely boosted my business page in the first week. It boosted it like nothing else. I know it's very hard to come from 0 to 1,000 followers, and I'm very, very, very grateful for it. But let me tell you, it's only the initial boost that you get. Even as somebody who has over 40,000 followers, it's only the initial boost that you get. After that has been only through posting more and more and more posting. And yes, I do have the advantage that I can repost my posts on my profile, which does help. I do acknowledge that. Making informative posts or something that will interest your customers, something behind the scenes maybe, or information on your business, small details on business that they may not know of. These are things that customers are very curious to know. So hopefully maybe try to mix it up a little bit. Another way I would say is maybe try and send your products for free to influencers. If they have, the opportunity to post something for you, that would definitely help boost your business for sure. And it's not always guaranteed that they will post about their free product. Don't expect them to post, because again, they're doing it for free. Send it along. If they do enjoy your product, they do really like it, they may actually post, and that will give you a huge boost.
How do you handle judgment by society?
I am honestly very, very, very grateful that I have not been judged for starting this business as a lot of women may have been. My audience is very open-minded. My family is very open-minded. I am a person who doesn't work for proving something to the society. Paying my bills, no. I can't depend on them. As long as I'm happy with what I'm doing, it's all that matters to me.
How important is social media marketing, and how do you properly navigate it?
Social media marketing is very, very important for any small business, because it is what gives you a lot of new eyeballs. New people who may have no idea about your business will gain access to your business, or at least get to know of the existence of your business. If you do have the budget, I would suggest you could maybe run paid ads or so, which usually does work to help brands grow quite a lot. But if you're starting from scratch, you don't have a lot of budget, don't look for any of that. Try and make more posts organic. Try and make your posts look aesthetic, because people do care about aesthetics at the end of the day. So try and learn a little bit about photography. You don't need to be a great photographer, but basic photography skills, that would help your business a lot. That is a great way for you to use social media marketing to show people that your products are worth it. So yeah, it is very important.
Has it been easy?
To be honest, when I started or launched my business, I made a lot of sales, much more than I thought I would, which gave me a huge boost of confidence, thinking, oh, it's not bad. I mean, that's good sales for like 2 or 3 days when I'm starting. But let me tell you, that's not the case for the whole months that came after. You sometimes get a couple of sales, sometimes you don't. There are plenty of days when I don't make a single sale at all. I wouldn't say it has been easy. This small business is not what I'm depending on to pay my bills. This is something I started because I have passion to do this, not thinking that I'm going to make a lot of money through it. I'm just taking it slow and hoping for the best. I've not been marketing my page as much as I should have been, so I'm gonna pick up on that as well, but it's not been easy. It's been okay.
Does your family support your business?
So to be honest, I don't come from a business family background at all. I come from zero knowledge of this field. I was learning everything by myself. I did not have like any mentor to help me either. I had to do all the figuring out by myself. Both my parents, my in-laws, everybody has been very super supportive of this venture of mine. I am looking forward to someday making them all proud by being successful in this, but I haven't seen success yet. So I am still sailing towards it, hopefully someday.
Is your packaging also zero waste?
In my first few orders, all the cartons that I use were all ones that I had collected for over a year. Currently, I'm buying it through Amazon because I don't have any local sources yet, but I'm planning to find local sources so that I can get it easier and locally and a little cheaper also. And everything that I'm using, paper shreds that I'm using inside, are things that I've gotten through packaging that I have received. Handwritten notes that I write to each of my customer, I use mostly recycled paper that I have. Trying to use recycled paper for my label printouts. For the tape, I'm using paper tapes for my packaging. The stamps that I got for my business logo and everything, the stamp is made with wood. So right now, to stick the delivery labels, I am using Fevistick, which I have had for over 4 or 5 years now. Never used it in this whole time. But after I finish those Fevisticks, I don't plan to buy more Fevisticks. I'm planning to make my own homemade glue. If I still do get cartons that I already used from people which are small sized, I will keep continuing to use those. I'm very proud of reusing packaging. So that's my motto. I will keep trying to make it as zero waste as possible currently.
What is your experience with shipping?
The most common question I've heard since the start of this business, I use an app called as ShipRocket. So ShipRocket is like a aggregator with a lot of shipping companies in it. Once you put details of your customer and the products that you bought and the size of your packaging and all that, you get to see a list of brands to choose from, including delivery, DTDC, Amazon Surface, e-cart. So many brands are there that you can choose from based on their prices. So the prices varies from place to place. It's cheaper to metro cities, but it's way more than my delivery charges to other cities. Prices evens out. I don't make profit out of the shipping that I charge you. Of all these companies that I have selected, the most reliable one that has worked well for me has been DTDC. Earlier, I would have selected both DTDC and eCart. I had good experience with both of them initially, but in the middle, eCart sort of did not go as well. Delivery has been very impossible. I've had very bad experience with delivery from ShipRocket at least. And the reason I don't use India Post is that sellotape is a must for India Post. That's why I've chosen this one, and till now I've only had one bad experience. I'm just gonna stick to ShipRocket for now.
How do you work with other brands?
Right now, I have only collaborated with one brand, which is Sahrita Upcycled. After I launched my brand, they reached out to me because they were also a similar upcycling brand and they wanted to collaborate and sort of put their products in my website to sell also. That's how it firstly happened. Right now, the brands that are reaching out are upcycling brands. So right now it's sort of becoming like a marketplace for upcycled products, I would say. I'm not restricting the green circle to just upcycling products. Depending on where it goes, I'm just going with the flow. So let's see where it goes. As long as the brand is sustainable, I'm very happy to work with any brand. And right now the direction it's taking is upcycling. Let's see where it goes.
Did you invest in packaging materials?
For everything that I'm using, including my thread, my scissors, my cutter, everything, including packaging, the cardboard boxes, the tape, the stamp, everything, including the recycled paper, it does cost a lot of money. It is not cheap. I don't still plan to go back to any plastic packaging at all. I don't plan to use those at all.
How do you handle accounting and tax related things?
So right now I have not registered my business, so I don't have GST to pay as of now, but that's not going to be the case forever. Obviously, I'm planning to register soon, but I don't have taxes to manage as of now.
Did you do a feasibility study or market study before? What do you think about that?
To be very honest, I did not. Do I regret that? I sort of do. I dived into this business basically out of passion and not out of doing research or survey of the market and its size at all. I've realized the market size is really, really small right now. It's very tiny right now. People who are interested in sustainability and the people who are willing to buy sustainable accessories and products like upcycled products like I'm selling. But do I plan to get out of this market? I don't, because I'm hoping that the market is going to pick up a little bit at least in the coming years. People are going to recognize the need for sustainable products in every part of their life, and hopefully I will be around then also. Fingers crossed.
Which platform do you use for your website?
So the platform I used is Wix. It's wix.com. It's, I think, one of the cheapest and easiest way to create a store, I feel. Shopify and all are way more expensive than that, and I didn't have that kind of budget to spend on this. So this is the one I use, and I would recommend Wix for anybody who's trying to start a small business. If you want a website, that's a very easy to make. You already have templates, and then you just need to edit out the templates to match your brand. So try it out. I'm sure it'll be more affordable to you than most other options out there.
Which part of the business do you not enjoy?
So one of the parts that I initially found to be very tedious was the packaging part. Because again, like I said, I had a lot of orders in the first week. So that time the packaging felt very tedious because I was not used to it. I didn't have a system in place. I didn't have like an order of how to do things. I was doing everything for the first time. But now the packaging part is very easy. Everything for my packaging is all kept together. I don't find that very tedious right now. What I find tedious now is to make a photo, then put it in the website and then put information there. So creating more info on the website is quite hard. It's not very easy. It's very tedious, and you need to keep updating, and that is very boring sometimes. So that is the tedious part. The whole thing can be slightly tedious for me. So those were all the questions that I got. So hopefully I've answered most of your questions. If there are unanswered questions that you have, please make sure to use the comment section below to ask me. I will see you again in the next week. So until then,